And welcome to the ETF Edge portion of Halftime Report. I'm Bob Pisani. If Bitcoin is digital gold, why isn't gold like a physical Bitcoin? Let's talk gold with two of the world's great gold authorities. George Milling-Stanley is the chief gold strategist at State Street Global Advisors. He oversees the Spider Gold shares, the GLD. That's the world's largest gold ETF. Will Rind is the founder and CEO of Granite Shares, which oversees the Granite Shares gold shares. George, it's often said gold is a hedge against inflation. But if that's the case, why isn't gold higher this year? We're now seeing notable inflation, but gold is down this year, and it's about where it was 10 years ago.
I think it's kind of important to define what we mean by a hedge against inflation. Gold is a very good preserver of purchasing power during periods of sustained high inflation, by which I mean many months with inflation at over 5% a year. In those kind of periods, which we last saw sustained in the 1970s, then gold gave annual capital appreciation equivalent to about 16% a year, or a real return of around 11%. Where we are right now, we've had inflation around 5% for maybe 3 or 4 months, with everybody telling us it's transitory, it's going to pass. So I'm not at all surprised that gold hasn't responded to these inflation numbers just yet.
So give gold a chance to outperform, I guess is what you're saying there, George. Will, it's commonly said Bitcoin is digital gold, but is that really, or is that just a phrase that people use? Is it really a threat to gold? And is there any evidence that Bitcoin is actually siphoning investment dollars away from gold?
Well, I think there's certainly some evidence that it's siphoning dollars, because just like any kind of asset, it attracts capital the same way that gold attracts capital. Okay. But I don't think at the moment we can really say that Bitcoin is any kind of inflation hedge, because we just don't have the data to support that. So I think, gold, one thing it's got going for it is thousands of years of history and preserving capital on that basis. Bitcoin will have to really see. What we can say for sure is that there's a lot of volatility and a lot of excitement in the sector, but whether it's an inflation hedge, probably too early to say.
All right. Thanks very much, guys. And we'll have much more on gold with George and with Will on ETF Edge, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, and also find out about some potential new products that are out there, gold-related products as well.